Welcome to this video presentation on the InterAcct machine setup screen. In this video we're going to look at the job costing modules feature relating to capital equipment or assets that we've got that we call machines. So under the jobs menu we've got a link here to machines. There's an area where we can set up type, makes and models, different types of services that the machines can have. We're not going to look at that in this video, we're just going to have a look at the machines themselves. So when we set up a machine, we set up a code for that machine and a description. Sometimes the description might just be someone's name. You know, this is Joe's cat. We've got a type of machine that it is, and I've in this case said that it's an earth moving piece of equipment. We've got a make, who makes it, and we can see it's cat. And we can put in there what model of cat it is. And obviously we could have a whole table of different models of cat earth moving equipment that we've got access to. This is the serial number or rego for the machine, how many run hours the machine's got on it at the moment, and when we're next due to do a service for the machine. Over here we've got a date that it was purchased and how much it was purchased for, when we did our last check, which cost account would this machine normally go against, how many hours are we getting of utilization out of this machine per month, and you can see that we can put in a picture for the machine as well. When we first set up the machine, we can run through this cost calculation area here and put in estimates for what we expect in costs for the machine for the year. It can also have monthly costs like finance, power or fuel costs in there, and from this we can see that it's suggesting, based on the number of hours that the machine is going to be used, that we're going to need to put in a cost per hour for the machine as an internal cost of $67.80. When we set it up, we can choose to pull through whatever value we like to the machine, in which case I've rounded it down to $65 per hour. And I've put in there a charge rate for the machine's usage at $1.25 per hour. There's also possible, when we're setting up a machine, to be able to put in different rates. So we might have a flat rate for delivery of the machine, a standby rate, day rate, night rate, out of area rate. It doesn't matter how many rates you're wanting to set up, you can just keep adding them into here, and when we go to use that machine we can put in all those different rates when we're keying in the usage of the machine. We've also got an area underneath the machine here where we can put in comments or notes on the machine. Another area where we've got monthly recovery, so how many hours was the machine actually used for, what did we charge the jobs for that, what revenue did we charge the clients. If we've filled it up with fuel during that time, it also pulls through that detail into here. It's not trying to say that 75 litres of fuel we used that month, it's just saying that that's when we filled it up for that. So obviously over time the litres and hours should give us some type of indication of the usage of the machine to get updated costs for how much fuel it might be using. But we can also use that to find out whether the boys are filling up their trucks on the weekend and saying that they're putting it into the cat. We can also come into here and see the cost transactions. So in here I had an invoice for getting a service done on the machine. It cost us $409. That cost was keyed in as a creditor's invoice, but it's come back into here to show us the actual costs of the machine. That can also come through from our own staff doing repairs and maintenance work on the machine. When they finish those repair jobs, that can then come back to here to put in the cost of their labour as well as any parts that they might have used. We can have defects listed for the machine. So in this case here I've got a defect of it lost its track on this date, it was worn out, and here's a photo of what that looked like and the date that we fixed that up. We can also put in here regular services that it can have performed, so we can have a minor or a major service. We can put in here service checks that were performed as well on the machine, which date the service check was performed and whom by, what materials and were used on that job and what tasks were carried out. You know, did we change the fan belt? There's a link through to the central test and tag register, which can be used for capital machines like this, or it can also be used for smaller machines that might just be hand tools. So we wouldn't set them up underneath the machines database, they'd go underneath the tools database, a separate database which has got a lot less questions in the setup. Both of them link through to a central test and tag register where we can put in that detail. So if they've had the test and tags done, we'd see that underneath here. We're probably not doing a test and tag though on a skid steer. If you've got any other questions about how the machines work, by all means give us a call, sales@interact.com.au. Thank you.